So the topic of the 45th International Wolfenbüttel Summer Course is Early Modern Visual Data, Organizing Knowledge in Early Printed Books. And I am leading a group of 15 students, graduate students who are here to do their research, along with a team of 7 tutors who come from all around the world to lead the group. We have lectures in the morning and discussion, and then afterwards we retire to another room to look at the books.
Right. Well, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite books in the world and one of my favorite copies in the world. It's called a Losbuch, a sort of a lottery game book from 1546, published in Strasbourg by an author who is probably fictitious. This binding is from 1568, and it has, I think, an owner's initials on it and the title. And what's interesting about it is that it was dedicated to a woman, Anna of Bohemia and Hungary, though she may never have seen it. Men and women could play the game. And what's interactive about it is not just that you needed dice to play it, but there is a dial on the title, or the sort of secondary title page, where you turn this little Christ child around, and an angel on the back sort of turns with it, and it answers your question about whether you'll be happy, whether you'll have a boy, whether your ship will come in, things like that. And you follow the story all the way through the book and take the advice of various figures, patriarchs, people from the Bible who you would know better, all very moralistic and upright. Then you get out those dice, which the angel and the Christ child on the front page are supposed to tell you are okay, and it's not gambling. It's really fine. You go through a series of mystic rivers. You're basically going on a journey to try to find the answer to your question. And at the very end, you'll get a number to a verse that explains what happens to you in the end. But what's interesting about this copy, not only that on some pages there's a separate section for women where they can roll 2 dice instead of 3, it's that someone really wanted this to be personalized. And at the very back of the binding, there's a little secret compartment where someone probably had their own dice with the book at all times. But it was basically carved into the back of the book, so it doesn't look like you had dice in here. And I've seen this in one other copy in the world, so it seems that it was less uncommon than you'd think. So have your book and your game at the same time.
Many of the textbooks and many of the commentaries on Sacro Bosco show images of the sphaera mundi, the sphere of the world, with the imaginary circles that are designed to let us understand movements in the heavens. Many of those commentaries recommend using a sphaera materialis, a materialized sphere, and I thus brought along a modern armillary sphere, a ringed sphere from Dresden, to enrich our reading of the text. With this sphere, we can see the apparent motion of the heavens, the seeming daily rotation of the stars about us, but also the much slower annual rotation of the sun moving through the zodiac. So we used this instrument together with the text to get an understanding of the celestial sphere. And with that understanding, we could then approach other volumes that show us other instruments to make measurements in the heavens, for instance, to find the time in the stars.